डोनाल्ड ट्रंप आ गए हैं। जरा प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस की शुरुआत हो रही है, अब सीधे वहां लाइव लिए चल रहे हैं, पत्रकारों से मुखातिब हैं, क्या सवाल जवाब होते हैं देखते हैं।
We have a lot of things going in terms of product being purchased by India. We just had a meeting. A lot of the press was there. I thought it was a great meeting with some of the biggest businessmen in the world. They come from India. They're agreeing to invest billions and billions of dollars. You heard it for yourself. They're going to be investing billions of dollars in our country, so that was the purpose of the trip also. We're all set for $3 billion worth of helicopters, the Apaches, and various other types, in addition to other equipment. They're buying that. And they're buying a lot. They're going to be buying a lot, and they're also going to be buying a lot of our energy, all forms of our energy, because they need energy, and we have more than anybody. We're number one in the world now in energy. So that's going to be very exciting. But I thought it was a great 2 days. It was a fantastic 2 days. I'm going to be not at all controversial because I don't want to blow the 2 days plus 2 days of travel on one answer. One little answer. Little answer like John will ask me one little simple question and you'll blow it out and that'll be the end of the trip. They won't even talk about the trips. I'll be very, very conservative in my answers if you don't mind. But we did. We had a great time. We had a great meetings, and we're going for a state dinner, and then after that we get back onto the plane and we go back home. It's going to be about 19 hours.
आज हम वापस भी चले जाएंगे.
But we look forward to it. Get in tomorrow. But this is a tremendous country.
आपका
1.4 billion.
देश एक महान देश है.
Probably at least the most people.
और
And it's a tremendous
यहाँ के
market,
लोग
and they
भी
really
बहुत
like
अच्छे
us,
हैं.
and I think they like us more now than they've ever liked
और
us. Frankly,
हम
we have
उन सभी को बहुत
a
पसंद
terrific,
किया
really
हमने.
great relationship between the Prime Minister
और
and myself.
मेरे
So
बीच
we're gonna be
और
doing a lot of
प्रधानमंत्री
things. I
मोदी
think
के
it was
बीच
really worth it.
बहुत
You may ask
अच्छे
about
संबंध
the
रहे.
coronavirus, which is
और
very well under control in
हमने
our country.
बहुत विषयों पर
We have very few people
चर्चा
with it,
की
and the people that have
और
it,
लोगों के
are-
साथ
in all
बातचीत
cases, I have
हुई.
not heard
लोगों के
anything other
संबंधों को
than
हमने
maybe
गहन
something
किया.
new, because for 2 days I
और
haven't
ये
been
2
seeing too
दिन
much of
बहुत
that news, of
स्मरणीय
very much
रहेंगे
news, because it's been
मेरे
very
लिए
all-encompassing. We've
और
accomplished a lot here. We had a lot of meetings.
हमारे लिए, मेरे परिवार के
But
लिए.
the people are getting better. They're all getting better.
लेकिन
We brought in some Americans from a ship because it was really the right thing to do, and they're in quarantine.
बहुत से लोग
And we
बहुत सी
think they'll
बातें
be in very good
सोच
shape
रहे हैं.
very soon. We discussed a lot of
हमने
different elements. We actually discussed
बहुत
the
से विषयों पर चर्चा की.
coronavirus, and at this moment,
द्विपक्षीय मामलों पर चर्चा
India
की.
doesn't have much of a problem. They feel
और भारत में भी कुछ
certainly
समस्याएं
wasn't
हैं.
expressed that they did, which is great.
हम
And I think that whole situation
और
will
हम
start
समझते हैं
working out. A lot of
कि
talent, a lot of brain power
बहुत
is being put
अच्छे
behind
तरीके
it.
से उनको
$2.5
सुलझाने का प्रयास भी
million we're putting
किया जा
in to
रहा
see
है.
that,
हमारे
Chuck
कई
Schumer
मिलियन डॉलर
criticized.
के
He thought it should be more.
करार भी
And if I
होने
gave more, he'd
जा
say
रहे
it
हैं.
should be less. It's automatic, with these characters. They're not. They're just
और
not good for our country. If I gave more, he'd say it should be less.
हम और
That's
अधिक
what they do. In the meantime,
बढ़ाना
that's all they
चाहते
can
हैं
do. They're not
आपसी
getting anything
संबंधों
done.
को,
We have so
आपसी
many things
व्यापार
we
को,
could get done. We could so
लोगों
easily
के
do
बीचों
prescription
में
drug. Last year was the
संबंध
first
हो.
year in
हम ये भी
51
चाहते
years
हैं
where prescription drug prices went down. But we could drive them down really well if we had the Democrat votes.
हम
We
भी
need some additional
लोकतंत्र
votes. We would
देश
really
है.
drive
हमारा
them
भी,
down,
आपका भी
as you know.
लोकतांत्रिक देश है.
So with that, I think what we'll do is take some
और
questions and
इसलिए
we'll go to a nice state dinner.
ये
and
सब
we go
सबके
home.
लिए
Yeah,
एक
John,
गौरव
go
की
ahead.
बात है कि हम लोकतंत्र में विश्वास रखते हैं.
Mr. President, you just addressed coronavirus, so I will put that aside for the moment. You tweeted about Justice Sotomayor yesterday, saying that she and Justice Ginsburg
कल
should recuse
जस्टिस
themselves from
गिलबर्ट
future
और
cases dealing
आपके
with the
बीच
administration. What is the
प्रशासन के बारे
basis
में बात हुई
for your opinion on that?
Well,
और
it's
उसमें
very
क्या,
obvious
उसका
to me.
क्या
I
आधार
always
रहा,
thought that,
क्या
frankly,
चर्चा
that
रही,
Justice
क्या आप बता
Ginsburg should
पाएंगे.
do it because she went wild during the campaign when I was running.
हमारी अच्छी
I don't
मुलाकात
know
रही
who she was for. Perhaps she was for Hillary
और
Clinton. You can believe it. But she said some things that were
लेकिन
obviously very inappropriate. She
उन्होंने
later
भी
sort of
कुछ चीजें
apologized. I wouldn't say it
कहीं
was an apology, but she sort of apologized.
इसमें
And then Justice Sotomayor
और
said
उसके
what she said yesterday. You know very well what she said yesterday. It was a
और भी
big
चीजें
story.
थी जिनके ऊपर हमारी चर्चा हुई और हमने उनके ऊपर भी विचार किया और हमने देखा कि किस तरह से हम उन समस्याओं के बारे में विचार करके उनका समाधान कर सकते हैं और किस तरह से उपयुक्त कदम उठाए जा सकते हैं उनका समाधान करने के लिए। सब चीज़ें हमारी चर्चा का विषय रही और
What was inappropriate about the statement? I'm not an attorney, so I can't really look into it. Well, she seemed to criticize the White House.
संभवतः उन्होंने व्हाइट हाउस की कुछ आलोचना की थी। ऐसा नहीं था, उन्होंने जो कहा वो कुछ उपयुक्त बातें थीं कि लोगों के विचार अलग अलग हो सकते हैं, ये बात उन्होंने कही थी। तो अभी देखते हैं हम इसमें आगे क्या हो सकता है और हम किस तरह से इसको कर सकते हैं। और उन्होंने कुछ चीज़ों के लिए याचना भी की और बताया कि किस तरह से उपयुक्त तरीके से इस कार्य को किया जा सकता है और किस तरह से लोगों के संबंधों में और सुधार किया जा सकता है।
Thank you, Mr. President. The intelligence community believes that Russia is trying to meddle in the 2020
रशिया
election. Do you
अपना
agree with their
प्रयास कर रहा
assessment?
है,
And
आप
what is
उस
your
बात
message
से
to
सहमत
Vladimir
हैं
Putin about
और इस
potentially interfering
परिस्थितियों में
regardless of the
आपका
candidates?
संदेश उसके बारे में क्या है कि क्या किया जाना चाहिए। और वो कुछ अपनी चीज़ें चाहते हैं हम इसकी प्रतीक्षा करेंगे, देखेंगे कि ये सब कुछ कैसे आगे हो सकता है और मैं समझता हूँ कि हमें थोड़ी प्रतीक्षा करेंगे और फिर और बातचीत करेंगे और फिर देखेंगे कि किस तरह से लोगों के संबंधों में सुधार किया जा सकता है। हम मुख्य बात उसमें यही है कि हम एक दूसरे से सहयोग करना चाहते हैं और मैं उनकी बात को समझा, उन्होंने समझा और मैंने बहुत स्पष्ट तौर पर बताया उनको कि हमारे एम्बेसडर वहाँ हैं, वो भी बातचीत कर रहे हैं और चर्चा भी हो रही है और हम देखेंगे कि हम इंटेलिजेंस के बारे में और क्या कदम मिलकर उठा सकते हैं और फिर हम कैसे इस कार्य को आगे कर सकते हैं।
Mr. President, this is Madhu Bhatia Jha from Indian TV News, ABP News. And you're trying to get a peace deal with the Taliban, and India has a growing investment in
तालिबान के बारे
Afghanistan.
में आपने कहा और अफगानिस्तान के पर वहाँ भी आपके चल रहे हैं और इस बारे में आप भारत से क्या अपेक्षा करते हैं। प्रधानमंत्री मोदी के साथ मेरी उसके बारे में चर्चा हुई और हम बहुत अच्छी तरह से बातचीत इस विषय के ऊपर कि हम कम से कम हिंसा हो ऐसा करने का हमारा प्रयास है। लोग भी यही चाहते हैं कि हिंसा कम से कम हो और सभी ये लोग भी यही चाहते हैं, तो इसलिए 99% लोग यही चाहते हैं, लेकिन अभी हर व्यक्ति यही चाहता है कि वहाँ शांति हो और हम किस तरह से इसको कर सकते हैं इस पर हम विचार भी कर रहे हैं। लोग भी यही चाहते हैं और इसके लिए हम भी पूरा प्रयास कर रहे हैं कि हम किस तरह से इसमें आगे सफल हो सकते हैं। लेकिन दूसरे प्रशासन भी हैं, वो भी देखते हैं, उनको भी देखना पहले प्रशासन क्या करता रहा है। कई चीज़ें हैं जिनके ऊपर विचार करने की ज़रूरत होती है और हम देखते हैं हम पुलिस फोर्स है वो अपना काम करती है। तो मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूँ आपको कि हम चाहते हैं कि युवा योग हैं वो वापस आएं जो वहाँ हमारे फंसे हुए हैं, इसलिए हम शांति चाहते हैं। इंटेलिजेंस रिपोर्ट हम तैयार कर रहे हैं किस तरह से इस दिशा में आगे बढ़ा जा सकता है, और समस्याएं तो बहुत हैं जिनका हम समाधान भी करना चाहते हैं, और ये सारा कुछ हम करना चाहते हैं कि लोग मारे जाएं। मैं चाहता नहीं कि बेगुनाह लोग मारे जाएं इस झगड़े में, मैं ऐसा कभी नहीं चाहता। तो इसलिए हम अपना पूरा प्रयास कर रहे हैं कि किस तरह से इसका हम शांतिपूर्ण तरीके से समाधान कर सकें, और क्योंकि ये विश्व के लिए खतरा बनता चला जा रहा है।
With the kind of kudos we're getting. Yes, please.
Mr. President, Namaste. I'm Saurabh Shukla. I'm Editor-in-Chief of News Mobile. If you remember, I interviewed you during your last campaign in New Jersey. And I asked you this question earlier at that time about a Trump doctrine on fighting out Islamic fundamentalism, which you spoke about.
Islamic fundamentalism के बारे में मैंने पिछली बार भी आपसे प्रश्न पूछा था।
So what is your roadmap to fight out Islamic radical terrorism?
इस्लामिक रेडिकल टेररिज्म के बारे में क्या सोचते हैं, क्या करना चाहते हैं? सीरिया में जो हुआ और बाकी जगह हुआ वो भी आपने देखा। हम इसको समाप्त करने के लिए कार्यरत हैं, लेकिन किस तरह से करना है उसके ऊपर विचार करते रहते हैं, और मैंने इसके बारे में आदेश भी दिए हैं। हम जानकारी भी एकत्रित कर रहे हैं, और हम इसके लिए प्रयासरत हैं और प्रयास करेंगे हम मिलकर कि ये और न फैले।
Is gone. He's no longer putting roadside bombs all over the place. Somebody else may be, but he was the father, the king of the roadside bomb. All of those young people that you see with missing legs and missing legs and arms. I've seen every combination. The legs are gone. You go over to Walter Reed. I have to say the doctors at Walter Reed are incredible what they're able to do. Incredible. But that's what his thing was. He thought that was
प्रयास रहेगा कि हम इसको और हम इसे रोकने का प्रयास करें, ताकि जो भी युवा लोग हैं वो इससे बहुत प्रभावित हो रहे हैं, और हम नहीं चाहते कि ऐसा हो, और हम नहीं चाहते कि और क्षति हो। हम इसे रोकने का प्रयास करेंगे, इसके विरुद्ध हम संघर्ष भी करेंगे, लेकिन इसके साथ ही हम चाहते हैं कि दूसरे मुल्क भी आगे आए, रशिया भी आगे आए, और सभी इसमें अपना मिलकर प्रयास करें ताकि इसको रोका जा सके। और हमने बहुत कुछ किया है, हमने अपने सोल्जर्स को बुलाया है, लेकिन और कदम भी हम उठा रहे हैं। हमारा प्रयास यही है कि ये और आगे ना हो, और हम ये भी चाहते हैं कि ये जो आतंकवाद है इसको हम पूरे जड़ से ख़त्म करें, रेडिकल इस्लाम को ख़त्म करने का हम प्रयास करें। और सीरिया में जो कुछ हुआ वो सारे विश्व में देखा, हम उसे चाहते नहीं। पाकिस्तान के बारे में आप जानते हैं कि वहाँ से बहुत से इस्लामिक ग्रुप हैं, और वहाँ क्या कुछ हो रहा है आप जानते हैं, लेकिन अमेरिका ने अपना बिल्कुल स्पष्ट कर दिया है। हम बहुत पहले से ये प्रयास कर रहे हैं, पहले भी इसका लिए हम प्रयास करते रहे हैं और चाहते हैं कि हम 99% तो हम इसके रोकने के लिए हर संभव प्रयास करते जा रहे हैं। तो हम और आगे 100% इसमें काम करना चाहते हैं इसको रोकने के लिए। और ये आप सभी जानते हैं कि हम कितने प्रयास कर रहे हैं। इसलिए मेरा हम पूरा प्रयास कर रहे हैं और जब से मैं आया हूं तब से मैंने इन प्रयासों को और आगे बढ़ा दिया है। धन्यवाद।
While you've been here in the country, in the capital, northeast part of Delhi, there have been violent clashes. Police have been killed, some demonstrators. 9 deaths so far. We hear in about 100
यहाँ demonstration थे, यहाँ भी देखा।
What did Prime Minister Modi say to you about this
इसके बारे में
citizenship law?
प्रधानमंत्री मोदी के साथ क्या बात हुई और क्या हुआ ये सब कुछ। हमने धार्मिक स्वतंत्रता के बारे में उनके साथ चर्चा की और वो चाहते थे कि लोगों को धार्मिक स्वतंत्रता होनी चाहिए। भारत में ये है भी और उनके विचार भी मैंने सुने और वो इसको करना भी चाहते हैं और इसके लिए वो पूरा प्रयास भी कर रहे हैं। मैंने उनके प्रयासों को देखा है, समझा है और उसके बारे में हमारी चर्चा भी हुई है। और हमने अधिक कुछ नहीं, लेकिन इसके बारे में चर्चा थोड़ी जरूर की। हाँ, आप कहिए, आपका क्या प्रश्न है?
I was wondering, do you think justice was served in the Harvey Weinstein case?
So I was never a fan of Harvey Weinstein, as you know. In fact, he said he was going to work hard to defeat me in the election. How did that work out?
चुनाव आ रहा है।
Figure that out. He was a person I didn't like, never liked. I don't know too much about the case because, as you know, I've been over here between traveling and being at meetings almost every hour of the day, every minute of the day. I haven't been able to really see too much of it. But I was just not a fan of his. I knew him a little bit, not very well. I knew him because he was in New York. Not a person that I like. I will say the people that liked him were the Democrats. Michelle Obama loved him. Hillary Clinton loved him. And he gave tremendous money to the Democrats, and I guess my
और
question
डेमोक्रेट को
is, will the
उन्होंने काफी
Democrats
पैसा
ask him
दिया,
for that
पैसा
money
भी
back?
खर्च किया, ये सब
Because
कुछ
he gave
वहाँ
a
हुआ
lot of
है।
money to the Democrats. And,
डेमोक्रेट को उन्होंने काफी
it's
अधिक
too bad,
पैसा
but
भी
that's
दिया,
the way it worked out. Yeah, Peter?
लेकिन ये सब कुछ हुआ।
I just want to follow up on that very quickly, if I can, Mr. President. Then I have a question that I wanted to ask you. But just on the Harvey Weinstein situation, this is being viewed as a milestone for the Me Too movement. What message can you, as president, deliver to women in America who are still afraid to come forward and share their stories of sexual harassment and assault?
Well, again, I don't know the actual results. I haven't seen too much because I've been in India, as you know.
नहीं है क्योंकि अब मैं भारत में हूँ, वहाँ के बारे में मैं अधिक कुछ आपको इस समय नहीं बता सकता। लेकिन
it was a great victory and sends a very strong message. Very,
बहुत
very strong message.
सशक्त संदेश दिया गया है।
Follow up on hers quickly. Can I coronavirus specifically, Mr. President? 2014, when the Ebola situation was very concerning to so many Americans, you tweeted, "Ebola patient will be brought to the U.S. in a few days. Now I know for sure that our leaders are incompetent." In all caps, you wrote, "Keep them
आप क्या समझते हैं कि जो नेता हैं वो सशक्त हैं और वे क्या कर पाएंगे और कैसे? अमेरिका में ये सब कुछ हो पाएगा।
There's a big difference, in case you don't know, between Ebola and coronavirus. Big difference. It's like day and night. And I felt that we should bring them back. They're Americans.
हम
We should bring them
अमेरिकन
back.
को
With Ebola,
वापस लाने का प्रयास करेंगे।
It's very explosive. It's very terrible. We're
चीज़
making
विस्फोटक
tremendous
है
strides on Ebola.
और इसके लिए हम काफी प्रयास भी कर रहे हैं।
People are living with. Let me answer the question. But there's a vast difference in bringing, especially in around 14.
हम
Was that
विशेष
14 or 12?
प्रयास कर रहे हैं।
And at that time, nobody had ever even heard of Ebola or ever conceived of something where you basically people would disintegrate.
चाहते हैं कि लोग डिसइंटीग्रेट ना हो जो हो गया है।
We're doing the vaccine. Excuse me. Yeah, we're doing a vaccine. We're doing a lot of
हम
things
अपना
having to do with
बहुत
Ebola.
प्रयास कर
We're
रहे हैं
getting
इसके
Ebola.
लिए।
It's a horrible thing, but we have that now
लेकिन
very much under control, other than
ये
certain parts of the
स्थिति
Congo
हमारे
where
नियंत्रण
we
में
have
है
war and we can't get in.
और
So we're
इसलिए
still working on that.
हम
But
अपना
as far
प्रयास
as the,
जारी रखे हुए
as
हैं
far as what we're doing with the new virus, I think that we're doing a great job.
और हम
I
काफी
felt
प्रयास
that
कर रहे हैं
and
इसके
the
लिए
decision was made in Japan. Let
जापान
these
की स्थिति हुई
Americans
थी
come
वो भी
back,
देता था कि वहाँ
and
ये
we'll see
बात
where
आई
they
थी
are,
कि
but they
अमेरिकन
were
को
immediately
वापस
put
आ
into
जाना चाहिए
quarantine.
लेकिन
There's no
बहुत से
problem with
लोग
it
और थे
whatsoever. They're all
उनकी
in
अपनी
quarantine.
समस्याएं थी
And as you know, I
और
approved $2.5 billion for just that purpose, and also for working and getting a vaccine.
For clarity, those with Ebola, when they were brought here, were quarantined, and all the Americans also survived,
I know,
right?
but the level of death with Ebola, at the time it was a virtual 100%.
But none of the Americans who came here.
You don't.
उसका
It's a
लेवल
very good chance you're not
अलग
going to
था
die. It's just it's very much the opposite. You're talking about 1 or 2%, whereas in the other case it was a virtual 100%. Now they have
एक या
it.
दो
They have
प्रतिशत ना
studied it.
होकर
They
दूसरी
know
तरफ
very much. In fact,
100%
we're
से
very
है
close to a
इसलिए
vaccine. Yeah, please go ahead.
आपका प्रश्न क्या है जरा आप पूछिए
Oh, all right. We'll
Hi, I'm Swati Chandrasekhar from TV5 Network.
Thank you.
So, how do you define, differentiate, and deal with the love of yours for Indians in India and Indians' love for H-1B visa in America? So, how do you differentiate this?
Yeah, we're talking about the H-1Bs, and we are.
आप H-1 वीजा के बारे में प्रश्न पूछ रहे हैं और हमारे जो रिलेशनशिप है वो सभी जानते हैं
India, which has a long history and
का एक
a
अपना
brilliant history
लंबा
in so many different
इतिहास
ways.
है
There's never been a
वो हम
reception given
जानते
to
हैं
somebody like
कि
was
हम
given, and I
किस
would
तरह
like to
से
say for
देते
the
रहते
United
हैं
States
और
of
मैं यही
America, but
चाहूँगा कि
nobody else
हम
that came
दे रहे हैं
here got the kind of
वीजा
reception we got. We
और
gave. It was 125,000, I think, seats they had yesterday. They were full.
25,000 के
You
करीब
had
वीजा
thousands and
हमने
thousands
दिए
of
हैं
people outside.
और
Prime Minister Modi was
हजारों
telling
लोगों
me
को दिया
thousands.
है प्रधानमंत्री मोदी के साथ भी
That's not
मेरी
uncommon
इसके
for
बारे
me,
में
to be
चर्चा
honest with
हुई
you, but
थी
when I look at
और हम
125,000
देखे कि
an incredible scene
125,000
yesterday. In
काफी
addition,
अधिक
all
है
of those people lined up from the airport to the
और
event.
लोगों ने
It
बहुत
was an
लंबी
incredible thing. Nobody's ever
लाइन
seen
है जो
anything like it. The
प्रतीक्षा कर रहे
ambassador
हैं
just told me that he's been in India for a long time.
काफी समय से
He's never
लोग
seen, in fact,
प्रयासरत हैं
both
लेकिन
ambassadors, our ambassador and the ambassador from India, said
इंडियन
in
के
40 years
एम्बेसडर
he's
ने
never
भी
seen
कहा
anything
था
like it. What took
कि
place
अभी जितना कुछ
yesterday
हुआ
and,
है इतना पहले
earlier than
कभी
that,
नहीं हुआ
but
हमने
yesterday they've never
किया
seen
है
anything like it. So it was a great compliment. It was a great compliment to our country. I'm the leader
हमारे
of the
देश के
country, but it
लिए
was a
एक
great compliment
कॉम्प्लीमेंट
to
है
our
जो
country.
उन्होंने
But,
कहा है हम इस
Prime
कार्य
Minister
को
Modi said today
कर
they've
रहे
never,
हैं
ever had any
प्रधानमंत्री ने
event
कहा
like
है
that.
कि
In fact, they
पहले
said
ऐसा
usually when
कभी
somebody
नहीं
comes
हुआ
in, they have to
और
look for
इसलिए
people to fill up the areas. They said there was something very special. Look, it's a massive country in terms of its population. And
अगर आपकी जनसंख्या देखें तो उसमें काफी लोग
pay their
हैं
respect to the
और
United
देख रहे
States.
हैं
So I appreciate it. I was a recipient in a sense, but I was just really representing the country. Yeah, Peter? Go ahead.
हम इसके लिए प्रयास कर रहे हैं
Thank you. Sorry, thank you, Mr. President. Appreciate it.
Go ahead.
Mr. President, your newly installed personnel director has begun talking with agencies about finding people in the government that are not loyal to you and perhaps on. How large a list do you imagine this will be? Is this a big problem in your mind? How do you for us the scale of the problem as you see it?
Yeah, I don't think it's a big problem. I don't think it's
ये
very
अपने
many
आप में
people. I
बड़ी
think we
समस्या
had a
रही है
whistleblower who was a fake,
जानते हैं
because if you look at the whistleblower as an example, if you look at his report and then you compare that to the transcripts, it bore no relationship. So that was a sad situation and a lot of time wasted.
और इसमें काफी समय पहले लग चुका है लेकिन हम अपना प्रयास कर रहे हैं
appropriate to have to benefit by something like that. Then there was supposed to be a second whistleblower. As soon as I read the transcripts, the second whistleblower was gone. Nobody ever happened to the second whistleblower. I'll ask you, where is he? Remember, the second was he or she. The second whistleblower was going to happen. It was just a matter of moments. And then I released the real call, the transcripts, which are now 100% accurate, even according to Lieutenant Colonel.
इसके बारे में तैयार की जा चुकी है
we want to have people that are good for the country, are loyal to our country,
चाहते हैं कि
because
लोग
that
इस
was a
कार्य को
disgraceful situation.
करें
Please.
Mr. President, Nilesh Suman, I am from Rajya Sabha Television.
It's a parliamentary channel of India, upper house, like you've seen it. Good. India's concern is with neighborhood. And even
भारत
Prime
की
Minister
चिंता
Modi
आप
tells that you are very
जानते
good
हैं,
friends.
प्रधानमंत्री
What is
मोदी
your
आपके
strategy
अच्छे
about
मित्र हैं।
terrorism that is coming out from
तो
Pakistan to India? Because we have been
पाकिस्तान
suffering
के
from this type
टेलीविजन
of
से जो
terrorism for
कुछ आ रहा है
20
भारत
years
के
or so.
बारे में,
What is
उसके
your
बारे में
strategy?
आप
What
क्या
are you going to
सोचते
do?
हैं और उसके बारे में क्या किया जा सकता है?
I have a very good relationship with Prime Minister Khan, very good.
मेरे संबंध बहुत अच्छे हैं। हमने इस विषय पर बात की है प्रधानमंत्री के साथ और कोई भारत जो है अपने आप में कार्य कर रहा है। हम चाहते हैं कि ये संबंध अच्छे हों, लेकिन उसके बीच कुछ समस्याएं हैं जो चल रही हैं और मैं अगर उसके बारे में मीडिएटर के रूप में कुछ कर पाऊं, मैं उसको करने के लिए सदा तैयार रहूंगा। और लोग कह भी रहे हैं और हमने इसके बारे में कुछ चर्चा की थी और हम चाहते हैं कि इस समस्या का समाधान हो।
He's a very religious man, as you know. He's a very calm
वो
man.
बहुत धार्मिक व्यक्ति हैं, काम हैं, लेकिन वो बहुत सशक्त भी हैं, वो टफ भी हैं।
And he's got that foremost in his mind, terrorism.
और
He'll take care of it.
हम आतंकवाद के खिलाफ एक हैं।
Please. Go ahead. You right here.
आपका प्रश्न क्या है? आप अपना प्रश्न पूछिए।
Thank you. Backbenchers have been waiting for far too long. I'm Richa from Business Line, and we would like to take you to your today's meetings.
मैं आपका ध्यान दिखाना चाहूँगा आज की बैठक भारत में आने से पहले आपने कहा था।
In the morning you spoke about energy security and energy deal.
आपने सिक्योरिटी और एनर्जी के बारे में बताई। आपने अन्य संसाधनों की बात भी की। हम चाहेंगे कि आप हमें बताएं कि एनर्जी सोर्सेज, सिक्योरिटी सोर्सेज के बारे में आप क्या करने जा रहे हैं और न्यूक्लियर के क्षेत्र में हम क्या करने वाले हैं। हमने बहुत से विषयों पर एक दूसरे के साथ चर्चा की थी और हम 2 दिन इकट्ठे रहे। इन विषयों पर चर्चा की मैंने और प्रधानमंत्री मोदी ने और हमने इन सभी विषयों के बारे में चर्चा की जिनका अभी आपने उल्लेख किया और सबसे अधिक आतंकवाद दिखाई दे रहा है इस क्षेत्र में। ये भी इस पर हमने चर्चा की और हम अमेरिका आपके साथ काम करने के लिए तैयार हैं। हम एक दूसरे को बहुत अच्छी तरह से समझते हैं कि हम क्या कर सकते हैं इसको रोकने के लिए, आतंकवाद को रोकने के लिए। लेकिन इसके साथ ही और मैंने प्रेसिडेंट के साथ भी बात की और वो आपके प्रधानमंत्री बहुत सशक्त हैं, वो काम कर रहे हैं इसके लिए और वो अच्छा कार्य कर रहे हैं। मैंने सभी के साथ बातचीत की और वो सभी काफी कार्य कर रहे हैं। अमेरिका भी इसके साथ मिला हुआ है, वो भी कर रहे हैं और हम चाहते हैं कि दोनों देश एक दूसरे के करीब आए और लोगों के बीच संबंध बढ़े। ये अच्छा हो सकता है और अगर अमेरिका कुछ कर सकता है तो वो हमें ले हो सकती, लेकिन हम हर चीज़ को बहुत अच्छी तरह से समझने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं और अमेरिकन हैं तो आप कैसे महसूस करते हैं और कितने सशक्त, कितने अच्छे लोग हैं यहाँ के, ये मैंने यहाँ आके समझा। तो हमने बहुत सी बातें की, बहुत विषयों पर बातें की और हर चीज़ को समझने का प्रयास किया और ये आपका प्रश्न।
Just wanted to follow up on my colleague's question about Russian interference. Can you pledge to the American people that you will not accept any foreign assistance in the upcoming election? And on this idea of a purge in your administration, there was recently the departure of your acting DNI, Joseph McGuire. You replaced him with your ambassador to Germany, Rick Grinnell. Some of your critics have pointed out that Ambassador Grinnell has no intelligence experience, justifying to the American people having an acting DNI with no intelligence.
Okay, first of all, I want no help from any country, and I haven't been given help from any country.
कहीं से कोई सहायता नहीं चाहिए किसी देश से, लेकिन CNN का नेटवर्क बहुत अपने आप में अच्छा है। उन्होंने एक तरह से क्षमा याचना की थी जो कुछ हुआ था, और इसलिए
Mr. President, I think our record on delivering the truth is a lot better than yours sometimes, if you don't mind me saying.
Let me tell you about your record. Your record is so bad you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You have probably
I'm
the
not
worst
ashamed of
record.
anything, and our
You probably have the
organization
worst
is not
record in the
ashamed,
history
sir.
of broadcasting. As far as McGuire is concerned, he's a terrific guy, but you know, on March 11th, his time ended anyway, so his time came up. So we would have had to, by statute, we would have had to change him anyway. So the time.
हमें उसमें कुछ परिवर्तन करना होगा इन सब चीजों के मद्देनजर।
We're talking to 5 different people right now.
हम अलग-अलग 5 लोगों से बात कर रहे हैं,
And I'll make a decision probably over the next week to 2 weeks.
अगले सप्ताह संभवतः हम इसके बारे में कोई फैसला भी ले लेंगे।
And his time was March
एक
11th.
अच्छे व्यक्ति हैं,
where he would have had to
और
Was he
हम
because he wasn't sufficiently loyal to you?
No, not at all. Not at all. He was pushed
No,
out
no,
because,
no,
frankly,
नहीं जी,
wasn't
नहीं,
pushed
ऐसा
out, he
नहीं
would have had to
है।
get out. On
ऐसा
March
नहीं
11th,
है।
he would have had to leave. But we're going to be making a decision on DNI very shortly.
और हम आगे इसके बारे में शीघ्र ही संभवतः कोई फैसला कर
Go
लेंगे।
ahead. Yeah.
Mr. President.
Well, that's not nice. Yeah, let her. I know, but you ripped the mic out of her hand. You can't do it.
So rude.
Boy, that wasn't very nice. He's.
President Trump, I hope you're having a good visit here in India. I'm Ruchi
मैं
Bhatia
आशा
from
करती
TT
हूँ
Now.
कि आपकी
We
यात्रा
have
बहुत
heard from
अच्छी
Prime
रही।
Minister Modi as well as you
हमने
on a long impending deal.
को सुना, प्रधानमंत्री मोदी को सुना, और आज भी हमने सुना कि आप और उनके बीच में चर्चा हुई, और भविष्य में आप क्या कुछ करने जा रहे हैं।
Figure out the kind of differences that were there earlier, especially on data localization. That has been one of the sticky points.
कुछ ऐसे प्रश्न हैं जिनके बारे में चर्चा अभी बाकी है। हमारे यहाँ कोई ऐसी विशेष समस्या नहीं है। हम समझते हैं एक दूसरे को,
Just like China, everybody said you'll never make a
और
deal with China. I made a deal with China. It's a great deal. They're going to buy
चाइना की
$250
अपनी
billion
स्थिति है,
worth of product, and that's only a piece of the deal. It's a large piece. It's probably 40 to 50%, but it's an incredible deal. In addition to that, we're taking in billions and billions of dollars worth of tariffs that we can now use for phase 2 because they want to get rid of the 25%. So we have the 25%. They want to get rid of it. Well, with India, India is, I think, the highest, again, I said it before, but the highest tariff when you deal with India, Harley Davidson has to pay tremendous tariffs on motorcycles in here. When India sends motorcycles into the U.S.,
जब मोटरसाइकिल बेचता है इंडिया तो वहाँ स्थिति अलग होती है। ये सारी चीजें हैं जिनको समझता हूँ। हम देखते हैं कि क्या कर सकते हैं हम आगे इसके बारे में।
Good evening, President.
I think we'll win that one easily. We're working on that. We're working on that.
हम इस पर कार्य कर रहे
It's not a
हैं।
fair situation when one company is paying 100% in the case of numerous companies, not just Harley.
बहुत सी कंपनियां हैं, एक कंपनी 100% उस पर खर्च कर रही है, लेकिन हम इसको करने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं।
And we also did something. There was a form of rent
और
control that was,
हम
if you put it in a different sense, it was
इसके ऊपर
given
भी
to India, and we
अपना
terminated
नियंत्रण
that.
रखने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं।
We terminated it. No, we're talking. We have great
हम
discussions. Look,
इसके बारे में चर्चा भी करते हैं
it's a
एक
I can't
दूसरे
lose
से।
this. I can't lose it.
अभी
You
हम
know,
किसी
I'll never
निष्कर्ष
lose it.
पर नहीं पहुंचे,
It's too
लेकिन
easy. Because
इतना आसान
I
भी
want
नहीं है।
reciprocal. It has to be reciprocal. And the money you're talking about is major, but The United States has to be treated fairly,
लेकिन
and India understands that. The relationship is outstanding, but India
भारत के
understands
साथ हमारे
that. We've
संबंध
had a
निश्चय
tremendous
बहुत
deficit for many, many years
अच्छे
with
हैं
India, with everybody,
और कई
with
वर्षों से
frankly
हैं।
so many different countries. We've had a massive, massive deficit, but a large deficit, $30 billion with India. It's now down to $24 billion because of what
पहले
we've been
30
doing.
बिलियन था, अब
Still,
24
that's too
बिलियन
high.
रह गया है,
We shouldn't have a
इसलिए
$24 billion deficit. With other
आगे
countries, we have more
24
than
बिलियन
that.
रह जाएगा
Japan, we're doing now 40 billion
और
is coming
जापान
in.
का
A
40
lot
बिलियन
of
चल रहा है।
very
ये
good
सारी
deals are being
चीज़ें
made,
हैं,
and they'll be kicking in
इनका
toward the end
ब्यौरा
of the
है
year.
और
I
ये
would
चलता
say if the
रहता
deal
है।
happens with India, it will be toward the end of the deal. And if it doesn't happen, we'll do something else. It'll be very satisfactory. It'll be very good. Go ahead. Who else?
President, my question is that you said at the time of the Article 370 abrogation that you would like to
आर्टिकल
mediate in
370
Kashmir,
के
but
बारे में
India
आपने
rejected it.
कहा।
No, I'd like to be able
What
to.
is
No,
your,
excuse me. I didn't
my
say.
question? My
Wait,
question is
wait,
something
wait,
different.
wait. I didn't say that. I didn't say anything about that.
मैंने
I
इसके
just
बारे
said
में कुछ
Kashmir,
नहीं कहा था
obviously,
आर्टिकल
there's a big
370 के
problem
बारे में।
between Pakistan and India.
ये
And I
पाकिस्तान
think
और
they're
भारत
gonna
के
work out
बीच
their
का
problem,
मामला
but
है,
I will say they've been doing it
नहीं
for a
है।
long time.
Okay, my
That's
question
ये
is
बहुत
something
लंबे
different
से
at the moment.
समस्या
What is
चली आ
your
रही है।
position at the moment on India's Citizen Amendment Act at the moment?
इस
I
समय
don't want to
आप
discuss that. I want to
इसके
leave
बारे
that
में
to
क्या
India, and
कहते हैं?
hopefully they're going to make the right decision for the people.
मैं समझता
That's
हूँ
really
कि भारत
India.
अपने लिए अपना
Go
सही
ahead, please.
फैसला लेगा, इसके बारे में और अधिक कुछ नहीं कहना चाहता।
Thank you, Mr. President. My name is Nilüfer Sahrawardy, an Indian journalist, and I have a very simple question.
Go ahead.
Now, back
मेरा
home,
बहुत सीधा
when
सा
you
प्रश्न है,
on
अब
your
आप यहाँ से
tour
जा
of
रहे
India,
हैं,
the first diplomatic visit to the country, how would you describe it? Cultural diplomacy, Trump diplomacy, or do you have any
ट्रम्प
other word for
डिप्लोमेसी,
that?
कल्चरल डिप्लोमेसी, या आप वापस जाके क्या सोचेंगे कि आपकी यात्रा कैसे रही, कैसे कहेंगे आप इसे?
When we went, you probably saw where we were, and when you look at all of the things that we've seen today, when we look at yesterday the Taj Mahal and other things, in addition to working in between and even during, where we worked very long and hard with representatives from India, most particularly with the Prime Minister. I just think it's an incredible country. It's got unbelievable energy. You see that when you come in from the plane. See from, I think I can say, virtually from the plane to whatever venue we were going to, it was wall-to-wall people. They've never seen anything like it. Somebody said it was the greatest greeting ever given to any head of state
था किसी भी राष्ट्राध्यक्ष को संभवतः इतना बड़ा स्वागत नहीं दिया गया जो हमें इस देश में मिला। यही याद में लेके जा रहा हूँ भारत से।
I think the diplomacy is a diplomacy of great friendship and respect, and I think it's going to all work out very well. I really do.
हमारी दोस्ती थी, कूटनीति थी, दोनों चीजें थी। मैं आपके देश की सराहना करता हूँ, मैं प्रधानमंत्री की सराहना करता हूँ, और हमारी ये मित्रता बहुत गहरी ही रही, गहरी रहेगी।
Go ahead, please. Please, go ahead. Right next to Steve.
Thank you, Mr. President. As you know, the Chinese government recently ejected several Wall Street Journal reporters. What is your administration considering to do in retaliation to that move? Are you considering banning or restricting the access that Chinese journalists, for example, have to the United States?
So I haven't really been given a full briefing on that. We're going to look at it. We will look at it. It's something that I don't like to see. I don't think it's fair because we give very good access. Maybe some people would say we give too good. I don't believe in that. I think we give very good access, so I don't think it's fair. But we'll have a decision relatively soon.
हम अभी इसके बारे में
Please go ahead.
बाद में निर्णय करेंगे।
Go ahead.
Indian companies to continue to buy Venezuelan oil from third parties, especially when you have sanctions.
Well, you'll be seeing something.
क्या उन कंपनियों को तीसरी
So there could be more stringent sanctions
कंपनियों
against
से
Venezuela?
तेल खरीदने देंगे?
Or against the Indian companies continuing
What's
to buy
happening
Indian
in
company ही
Venezuela is
रहेंगी।
so sad. People are starving. Here's a case where a country was wealthy 15 years ago and very wealthy 20 years ago. Very, very wealthy. The wealthiest in all of Latin South America. The wealthiest, and by far, not even a contest. And when you look today, they don't have water, they don't have basic food, they have no medicine. It's incredible what's happened in Venezuela. No, we're watching Venezuela very closely.
अभी तक हम सब कुछ देख रहे हैं, उसके बाद हम उपयुक्त समय पर फैसला करेंगे।
you're going to see in a little while. You're asking a question right in the middle of us doing something. Go ahead.
मैं आपका प्रश्न नहीं समझ पाया.
Ali Maqbool from BBC. There were some back home that were hoping you would raise concerns about some of these policies that Prime Minister Modi's introduced that discriminate against Muslims.
कुछ नीतियाँ थीं जो कहती थीं कि मुस्लिम के खिलाफ भेदभाव किया जा रहा था.
And we discussed that, and specifically Muslims, and we also discussed Christians.
But someone
I had a very powerful answer from the Prime Minister. We talked about religious liberty.
प्रधानमंत्री एक धार्मिक व्यक्ति हैं और काफी अच्छी तरह से मैंने उनसे बात की और वो एक धार्मिक व्यक्ति हैं. मुस्लिम्स के बारे में जो लोग हैं उनके बारे में जो क्रिश्चियन हैं उनके बारे में चर्चा किया. उन सब के लिए कार्यरत हैं और उन सब के साथ अच्छा सहयोग कर रहे हैं और ये सब कुछ हो रहा है. क्या आप समझते हैं कि मुसलमानों के साथ कोई भेदभाव किया जाता है? क्या इस प्रश्न पर भी कोई चर्चा हुई थी आपकी?
We use the travel ban where we think there's, not based on religion, but where we think there's going to be trouble, where we're looking at certain countries. You know, we added a few countries onto it. But we won the travel ban and we won it in the Supreme Court. So the travel ban is not a thing against Muslims, it's a thing against areas where we don't want people coming into our country that are going to cause problems, cause harm, cause death, hurt our people. And I feel very strongly about that. Okay. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you.
President.
आपका धन्यवाद.
Thank you. I'm Ching Yishan with Shanghai Media Group. I'd like to know, some people say that India could be to the U.S. in Asia during the 21st century what the UK was in Europe during the 20th century. How do you view it?
Well, I think that India is going to be a tremendous player over the next, it's now, right?
भारत
over the next period of 50 years and 100 years.
अगले वर्षों में बहुत सशक्त होने जा रहा है और जनसंख्या और बहुत व्यापक देश है और उसकी कई संभावनाएं बहुत अधिक हैं और आर्थिक दृष्टि से भी वो बहुत सशक्त है. वो संभावनाएं भी हैं और आपके प्रधानमंत्री बहुत कुछ कार्य कर रहे हैं. शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में बहुत कार्य हो रहा है और भारत के बहुत से विद्यार्थी हैं जो अमेरिका में आ रहे हैं और उन्होंने बहुत अच्छा कार्य किया है. वहाँ अध्ययन किया है. हजारों लोग भारत से हमारे यहाँ आ रहे हैं स्कूल में पढ़ने के लिए और भारत बहुत प्रगति कर रहा है और इसका भविष्य बहुत ही उज्जवल दिखाई देता है और मैं सम्मान करता हूँ प्रधानमंत्री के नेतृत्व का.
Go ahead. Pick one. Go ahead.
Sir, Ritu Parna from CNBC TV 18 India. American companies have been investing in India for a long, long time. Are you satisfied with the Indian investment regime, especially on issues like multi-brand retail and e-commerce, on which companies from US have a lot of interest in?
So I'm very satisfied because they're investing tremendously. I met Mr. Patel a little while ago. He's the largest steel person in the world by far. I don't think there's even a contest. And he's going to be building $1 billion plant in Alabama. We had the press left him in there. Always a risky thing to do. But if you see let's say we answered 15 questions. They were talking about how much better it is to work in the United States now in terms of their. They have done a fantastic job. These are some of the biggest. I'm not even sure if the media really understood who they were. I knew many of them. Certainly heard of all of them. The job they've done is incredible. But Mr. Patel, who's the biggest steel, biggest steel company, certainly the biggest steel individual, but I think he's the biggest steel company by a lot. He's investing billions of dollars in the United States, and he's only doing it because of what I've done to bring back the steel industry. The steel industry was dead absolutely dead in the United States, and now it's a vibrant industry. It's incredible, and we need it. Again, we need it for defense. It's not just like certain
रक्षा
industries
के
that you don't
क्षेत्र
need.
में,
We need it
उद्योग
for
के
defense.
क्षेत्र में
But
हमें
he
एक
was
दूसरे के
glowing,
सहयोग
and
की
one of the
जरूरत
reasons
है,
he's
और
spending
वो
$1
हम इसको
billion
कर
in
रहे हैं.
Alabama
कई
and
बिलियन
more
डॉलर
money in other
इस
places
पर
in the
खर्च
United
कर रहे
States
हैं
is
हम.
because we brought it back. So we're very proud of that.
तो
So I think what
हमें
we'll do is
इसमें
we're going to
इसकी
see some of you on the
गर्व
plane on
है.
the way back. It's been an honor to be here. It's an incredible
मेरे
place
लिए
with
ये एक
incredible
सम्मान की
leadership
बात थी कि मैं
and
यहाँ
an
आया,
unbelievable
आपके
future.
साथ आया,
And
और
I just want to thank you
मैं
all, and
देखता
I'll
हूँ
see
कि
you back.
आपका भविष्य बहुत अच्छा नजर आता है
And I think
मुझे.
some of you are
मैं
on the
आप
plane, and
सबका
we can talk a
धन्यवाद
little bit on the
करता
plane
हूँ.
too. Thank you very much,
तो
everybody.
बहुत बहुत
Thank you
धन्यवाद
very much.
आप सबका है.